new magic set just came out, so we're gonna see if we can do some drafting on that. I think we're looking at this Toski. It's funny if nothing else, but we're gonna pretend like this Toski is the right choice. Untapping a snowland has proven already to be good. Let's stay on color. We'll continue to look at a green snowy deck here. No snow. I like these snow things. I like this guy more. This guy was obviously very strong, but we're gonna stay here like this. We are maybe taking this snow. This is tempting also, but I think we're looking at this because it touches our thing, our color. It gives us future options that makes like some of these awkward things feel better. Let's get our snow online. Let's be very firm with our snow stuff. Like these are all fine, or these are fine, but I think there's going to be infinite combat tricks. Immerstem Raider also very tempting, and this big giant guy here. I probably should have gone with the giant guy. I'll probably see more masked vandals. Let's everything costs 3 mana. Everything costs 3 mana. So this is effectively a 3/5, assuming you get everything working, and the rest of these are basically dead cards. There's Snowland that is also tempting. Let's do the Snowland, even though it looks like it's off color now. Ooh, how's this still in? Like this would be tempting, but like it's a Snowland, and you get to choose a color that it is. This makes green or black, but this is just like better. Sure, we are probably not playing this card, but we might. Who knows? Let's look at our. Actually, let's do this. Really, another Boreal Outrider. Sure. Very tempting to pick this though. Other good cards too. Let's pick up the removal, and kind of wish we could be picking up one of these creatures instead. We'll get our snow on. Squash. Squash is good too. We only have one giant, I think, and it's a changeling right now. So let's continue our big snow plan. Snow-covered forest, I think. I think we proved that we need to have our curve look a little bit lower than it did before. So I also don't care much about the rest of these either. Let's do this. We're low on removal, and that's a good trick. Ooh, it is a land that will also be a creature later. And I still like this card, but I think the land that will also be a creature later. What are we looking at? Creatures, 13 creatures, only one of which is off color. Frostbite came back. That is almost 100% sure that that's the thing. Yeah, that's the thing. I'm okay with this card. It's 2 mana and then 2 mana, and you get 4/2 worth of power off of it. The Snow-Covered Plains also tempting, but nobody else is doing the things. Yeah, I'm not very enthused by this deck, but we'll see where it goes. Like I like this card. I don't know why it showing up so late. Sure. We don't have a lot of boast abilities here. We could have 2 Toskis. Okay, so that's a very big argument for just grabbing the Toski and then every piece of combat trick we can find. Because we have 2 changelings now. The squash could be red and 1 for 6 damage to a creature. Actually, yeah, let's run that. But the pack guy is also tempting. Raven Wings on Toski. It's very tempting. But I think we do this because this is what we were looking for. We were hoping to see more of this with our wacky Snowland plan here. 2 of them are off the thing. I think we're doing this. I'm not super pleased with this deck, but we are definitely not getting the stuff to pump the Toski that we'd like. Yes, I would like to do that. Because the Toski, a creature you control deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. Yes, we will run amok all day. Man, I feel like my deck is just all over the place, and that's not good enough. Sure. Search the library for an R card and or an equipment card. Really, it's super medium in my deck because I don't have like the pacifism, the gold, whatever, and other stuff. Sure. I feel like I'm like red, green, maybe splashing white. Should have on a Gold Moth Champion, Warhorn Blast, God's Allgarden. Yeah, like we're red green here. I'm pretty sure, because none of these. So you're off color. You're off color. None of these white cards are just like I'm totally fine with like Usher the Fallen and Call the Forge Master. But none of them are really like doing something amazing here. So let's see what it looks like if we dump out white, just right out. 42 cards left. Of them, 16 creatures. And this is actually a 17th creature. So we're cutting like 2 cards here or something. Look at this land. I think we are cutting these plains. The snow-covered plains. Pow pow. Like they allow for different things, but we're actually okay on snow-covered 1 to 7 snow-covered things already, and a couple things to search them up. I mean, we are. Is there one of these that's search library for an R card or an equipment card, and this adds white mana. Like we could splash it, but the splash effect is not strong enough to have an off-color land, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Sculptor makes an extra mana, kind of. Our curve is kind of medium here. It's fine. Got a lot of 2-drops, I guess. So we can cut a creature or 2, spell or 2. Okay, so the creature deals the damage. Oh, it deals combat damage, okay. But that's still interesting. That on Toski means that the Toski just gets to swing and like always do its thing. It's not amazing, but it's probably might be good enough in our kind of medium-looking deck here. The Shackles of Treachery is kind of, I think we're, I don't know, maybe it's right. I think we're a more aggressive deck than these Toskis lead me to believe. So we're cutting 2 cards. One of them is probably a creature. One of them is probably not. This is actually like a 2-drop, but we do have some 4-drops here. This is potentially it's either 5 mana or it's 2 mana. We only have a couple of changelings to make as giants, I think. So we're very low on removal. I think we're an aggressive deck. We're an aggressive deck, and we need to... Well, I guess these Boreal Outriders make these smaller creatures slightly better. Let's get rid of one of those. And maybe the Snakeskin Veil. Actually, let's get rid of a land here, because I think we're just kind of hoping that this works out. So we are 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 red sources, and 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 green sources. We are slightly higher green, so we cut a mountain. Yeah, like there's the Fearless Pup is the only 1-drop that would argue against that, and I think that the Sculptor of Winter being in green argues the other way. So, and nothing costs double color, and we have fixing here. So let's try that. I'm not super enthused by that, but we'll play this this questionable Toski Arboreal guy deck, and see if we can punch through. If Toski will make the difference or not. All right. We got both of our colors. We got stuff we can cost. We are totally fine with these things. In fact, it's a good start. Like, it's Fearless Pup into Dwarven Reinforcements. Or Frenzied Raider. Fearless Pup. Like, I think this Fearless Pup is really good for Striker and self-pumps. Ooh. We're doing this. We will see if anything would happen to this guy. No, he doesn't have any 2-mana tricks, is what he just told me. So let's actually let's do this because maybe we might be casting this at the 4 mark, depending on how we draw things in a second. This guy's such a vanilla 2/2 in this deck. Horizon Seeker. He's going to get frostbited, like, so badly. We're for sure doing that. We're going to give him the option to trade with our guys. And then, because I would rather trade the Snakeskin Veil for his guy than the Frostbite. The Frostbite is more useful. Okay, so he wants to swing and boast, is what he wants to do. We are not going to allow that to happen. We are going to Frostbite his guy. And we will have this Snakeskin Veil open for whatever we need it to be. Like, so many colors going around in this set. Okay, that's fine. We are going to give him the, he won't block this, so we're going to give him the option to. In fact, I don't think he blocks either of them, but we send with this, and we are okay with trading our guy on the on his swingback, and this lets us develop our board here, which is the important thing. Unfortunately, these recruits don't get Boreal outridered, but everything else we will +1/+1 and trample. He's a 5/3. That's fine. That's also fine. So you just 1-for-1 there, and this is a 1-for-1 also. Because it gets the creature and the rune replaced itself. Okay, so we still haven't drawn a 4th land. That's about what we'd expect, but Rootless You, when he dies, he gets a power or toughness 6 or greater card. That's kind of scary. Okay, so there's our thing. We can actually run amok to get a favorable exchange on this. And it's not favorable because he's going to get a big fatty, but that's going to happen no matter what. So he's not going to block. He's going to take 1. Oh, he is going to block. And then we get to see what rare he's got. Giant mythic thing that he just failed to find with that. That is awesome. Yeah, I think this card is good. Like, in this situation, it's whatever, but I think it's good in general. It's good. So he's gonna send and then boast, and we get to run amok to kind of counter the boast. Really, we're worried about having instant removal here. Okay, he's doing the runed crown thing. So it does replace itself immediately because you get a rune spell. So I guess that's an argument for it. Yeah, I guess it's more fine than I was giving it credit for, just because it replaces itself. That's funny. Oh, that's an attacking creature. I misread that card. I could save my guy. Do I want to? Is the real question. I think I do. I think my guy is more valuable than the Snakeskin Veil is. And we're going to squash his guy here in a second. And it's a counter. So we could squash in response to the equip, but he might have abilities. So it's safer to do this, right? Like the gain if we succeed is we cost him some extra mana. The gain if we fail is that he has a giant unkillable monster. That is +3/+3. So that's very unkillable. So we're just gonna squash that guy. And this run amok will be very dangerous for him in just a second unless he handles this board. That is fine. I think that's it. I think that we win right there. Yeah. Thanks. He doesn't know that we win, but we win right there. That was definitely an early concede for him because we definitely needed to have something, right? Like if our hand was full of land, he was in a fine position. Actually, let me look at my deck again real quick after playing that. We didn't even get to see our Toskies. I wish we had more like run amoks and stuff. Like I feel like we've got a lot of medium things here, and I don't think that splashing white solves the medium things. What I'm looking at here is like Breakneck Berserker, basically, over Frenzied Raider because I'm not boasting at all. But we have more than enough 3-drops already. So I don't think that's the thing. I think we keep the 2-drop and accept that we're a weird, kind of bad, aggressive deck and see if that continues to play out. I think that makes the I think the Ox is more valuable than I initially gave it credit for as a good blocker early, especially since it'll maybe let us accelerate this Spirit out, and the Spirit is very good. He'll be at 3/4 just out of the gate. Okay, so we're doing that for sure. Make our green mana, untap the guy, cast the spell. I actually want come into play untapped. I think that gives me more options here. So this will be a 4/4 here in a second. Gives for snow permanents, not just snow lands. I think this card's really good, actually. No, look at that. Because it affects the base power, it doesn't affect the pluses. So that's just costing me a life every turn for his card. Thanks, much appreciated. Let's do this. So I guess the biggest scary thing here would be sack 2 creatures, and so this kind of helps with that. He didn't foretell it, so we're still he can't cast it this turn. Random 2/4. No, we are keeping our creature. Thank you. So this deals 3 damage for what that's worth, but we don't really need it to. I'm actually gonna hold out my hand, I think. So let's get him, boys. Okay, so he does that for 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That would put him at 2 if we did it on something else, or we can do it on the guy he's blocking, and we will trample over. And that's also okay. Okay. Apparently lay some random grizzly bears and give them combat tricks. More viable than anticipated. And we still like we were like, hey, we got 2 Toskies, and haven't seen them yet. Not even sure if they'll be good when we do see them. I mean, they should be fine, at least. Allow us to keep up pressure, sort of thing. We absolutely keep this hand. Unfortunate that we don't have a 2-drop in it, but we still keep this. Sure, that's fine. We've got red and green in our hand. It really doesn't matter what we do here. Let's say green. Death Null Berserker. If it was power 3 or greater, create a 2/2 black. Potentially a good card. Okay. So here's our Boreal Outrider. If this does not die, it will be good. It would be cool if he equips that guy to get him his power up, and then we can steal it and swing with it. That would be favorable. Really, I just want my Boreal Outrider to survive here. Please. Thanks. No, we are not blocking your nonsense. No blocks. Thank you. I will take your 2. Next turn, we will be able to swing with our Boreal Outrider and run amok his blocker. Ooh, he just foretelled something. And then Masked Vandal to make up whatever thing. Okay, so let's attack. Good. There's a... I guess we don't Masked Vandal here. We do this because we can't run amok on the defense anyways. So we are going to Eyeside Troll. Now we've got 2 potential targets that are kind of scary, right? Like this 3/4 indestructible guy and a 3/2 guy who's making all my other guys better. Boreal Outrider is just like just like +1/+1 to your entire team after he comes into play, which is kind of good. Like I legit like this might be a thing, constructed wise, maybe. No, we still aren't playing that game. We're still playing the I'm fine taking 2 game. There's absolutely no reason for me to block that. He boasts to get guys back. It's even more reason not to do things. He's going to block the 3/2 with his 3/3, I think. I would be surprised if he doesn't, but maybe he doesn't. Okay, that's fine. So there's an argument for holding that guy up to potentially kill an enchantment or artifact, but I think we are an aggressive deck. We double run amok. We're presenting lethal on the board even without the run amoks if he like swings out or does something else weird. So we should appear like a threat here at least. And instead he's going to swing out. You're going to make us sack 2 creatures? Because I think we win if you do. Okay, so we could steal guy. Like this is lethal, dude. 9, 10, 11. So you must respond to this in some way or another, and my run amoks probably make your response insufficient. I suspect. Plus I can make my guy indestructible. Like the Eyeside Troll almost by himself is indestructible lethal. Destroy target creature, planeswalker, and opponent controls that was dealt damage this turn. That doesn't actually save him. Okay, and then what's your next trick? Yeah, I agree that you're in a bad spot here. He's got 3 mana. So if he blocks and kills something, I still think he dies. Yeah. He needs to like handle 2 creatures with whatever he's got in his hand. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes. So we'll do this. Even if he kills that, my second run amok kills him. When this creature dies, return it to the battlefield under its owner's control. That is not good enough. You still die from this stuff. I think he maybe didn't know the run amok had trample or something. That's very medium, but I do get to do Boreal Outrider into Spirit of the Alder Guard. Like it's hard to throw it back when I've got castables and stuff. Like it could be worse. And we're on the play, so 3-drop, 4-drop is not as atrocious as it might otherwise be. Foretell, sure. So this is our red mana, but we need to get our plan going here. And we'll be able to get another red mana off of this spirit. Ooh, that just got much better. The awkward part is that we're actually not plussing, I think. Do I slow roll that? Do I slow roll that to get a +1/+1 counter? I think the answer is no. I think the answer is no. Because he's stuck on 2. So there's certainly no slow roll. And now our Boreal Outriders. Oh, found a 3rd mana. Oh, good, because that doesn't affect the board state guy. Okay, so we are Snow-Covered Mountain to Fearless Pup, Spirit of the Alder Guard, I think. Oh, we actually don't get to. We just keep giving up our +1/+1 counters, but there's not a way to around that. Like he needs to like wipe the board here pretty quick. Something that deals like 2 to everything, and then unhand at least 3/4s. Lay something really big. This Frostbite gets to Frostbite his stuff because I've got all these snow permanents. Can't block alone. That is not the solution to your problems. Oh, there's an argument for playing out this, but that's okay. We're 8, 19, 11. He has to block one of the 4/4s. Yep. Yep. Fearless Pup is so good. We've got he's not a 1-drop, but we're still keeping this. He is a creature that we get to +1/+1 and are pretty happy about it. Ooh, that's tempting also. I think this is better use of my mana. Because next turn I will be able to... No, I won't. I still think this is a better use of my mana. If we 1 mana this... Yeah, because we can foretell this, and then we can Fearless Pup, Glade Guardian, Glade Walker, turn after that, and then we're fine. And we've got our Run Amucks again. But they are the answer to things. Each non-land card in your hand has foretell. Your foretell card gets +2/+0. Okay. This made my hand a little better here. So we will Fearless Pup, and now our Run Amucks are very good. We will be able to Guardian, Glade Walker, and Run Amok next turn. Are you going to foretell something? Because I'm pretty okay if you do. Like, I think this card is fine. It does let you get out something very big a little bit earlier. But otherwise, it's kind of a wall, right? Like, if it's not actually doing the thing, it's kind of a wall. I could kill that right now, but I'm not scared of it. So instead, we are going to do... and he will block one of them, and we will Run Amok it. So we kill his guy and trample over, and we are very pleased with our board position. He could make us sack 2 creatures. He could do something that deals 2 to everything, maybe. Okay. He foretold something that had foretell naturally. He gets it back. I guess that's a plus for him. Okay, so we're gonna squash something, and then we're gonna squash the flyer and Run Amok again to trample over because he's got a block. There's an argument for not doing that and just sending with the Fearless Pup. But the Fearless Pup is still going to be a threat here. 4, 5, 6, 7. He must block the Fearless Pup. In fact, yeah, that's what he should do, and hope that I don't pump. He's looking at it too long. Like he shouldn't have looked at it that way. Maybe like the play there is assume that I don't know, and he will hope that I miss it somehow, and he comes out on top if that's the case. He shouldn't have looked at the card if that was his plan. We're keeping this 2 mana. We've got a sculptor that can't untap one of these. Neither of these are our snowlands, but we can cast 3 of the spells in our hand, and we actually see our Toski for the first time. One of our 2 Toskis for the first time. Sure. The other thing that we can cast on the first turn. This is actually very good here because I'll get to dump out. I might be dumping out the Toski. I'm probably dumping out the Sculptor, honestly, because it's not untapping things. I think we're dumping out the Sculptor, and we'll have both our Run-Amucks again. Both are Run-Amucks. Ooh. Okay, that's good. We got a snow thing, and it's our 4th land, so it's a variety of positive things in that regards. We don't get to cast anything this turn unless he does something wacky. He's foretold twice now. Do you have something for 1 blue? Stop looking at my guy. Okay. All right. Next turn we get to lay Toski or Spirit of the Elder Guard, probably the Toski, because it's indestructible. Craven Hulk. You can't block. Thanks, I appreciate the support, Septimus. Welcome back. How was your foods? Okay, so we are now in a very good position. It like barring him wiping the board or something. That Toski already got back the card of value from it, and we were better on the board to begin with. Okay, awesome. So that guy got a card and a half of value because so I drew a card, he spent a card, and I also ended up with this one. Lunch was good. Cool. What'd you have? I wish I had my Toski for 1 more turn, but that was still a very favorable exchange on the whole. I think we're Spirit and equipping. Let me make sure that I'm not. Actually, we're spiriting to get a snow forest and laying the snow forest and then equipping. Yeah. Maybe he's countering this? That'd probably be in his favor. Yeah. Definitely thinking about it. Like the counter something cost 4 or greater? No. Okay. There's an argument for equipping the 2/4 for the block instead, but I think we're the offensive. He thinks he is, but I think we are. We're ahead on the race, and we have similar power on the board. And my guy, I have double Run-Amuck, and my guy is growing as we're going. Still, anyway, he's only got 1 mountain. Maybe that's what he's stuck on. Maybe he's over land. I don't know. I don't know what the deal is here. I am laying a snow-covered thing to begin with. It is this. We are sending 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We are 1 off of lethal here. And we can cast all the spells in our hand this turn if we need to. Are you gonna flash out something? Are you gonna probably like giant stomp my guy? Would be my guess. Squash. Okay, so I double Run-Amuck this guy to save him. Now I'm scared because he's got an option here. So right now we're there's this is questionable. Okay, good. And then what? So I did just spend 2 cards to his 1, but he took the damage. He literally because so this deals 1 damage to him the next time he blocks with anything too. So he's still in a very bad position. I don't know what instant spell he has that he was not casting there. Maybe he was holding control. If so, props to him, because that definitely made me consider not doing the thing. I don't think he can kill me here. I don't think he can do 8 with the mana he's got. You have to handle all of those creatures. Okay. Whew. Definitely had the big things on. It made me worried. It had me really worried after I cast the first run amok and he had priority. But it was basically all in at that point, right? Like it needed to work in order to get that one last win out of it. We've got both of our colors. We've got stuff to cast on turn 2 and 3, plus some tricks. This is what this deck is supposed to do. It's not a great starting hand, but it is an acceptable starting hand. I have very few complaints about it. So this is going to lay for red, Axe Guard Cavalry on turn 2, and then Ice Hide Troll turn 3. I'm really surprised that I got 2 of these, because I think people are not valuing snow stuff high enough yet. I think they're not quite as strong as Gates were, but snow is still very positive. So there's an argument for holding this guy back in order to get a +1/+1 counter off of that. I think that is incorrect argument. I think we develop our board. But we do get to Boreal Outrider next turn, and maybe give him haste if they don't lay something with 2 power to block with. Cast your second spell each turn. Hit a 1/1 white, blah 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 with flying. That's fine. Okay, so I get to send safely. He's not going to block even if he does. I get to Snakeskin Veil and Dwarven Reinforcement. Favorite sea shanty? I'll go with the Wellerman, because that's the one that's getting the most buzz, but it's not. Yeah, it's a good question. Good question. Okay, so he shouldn't block. That's what I thought. And because he shouldn't block, we're gonna. I did watch some compilation videos of the other ones too, but Wellerman is the only one that I remember the name of. So, all right, that's a hard choice actually. I think I like my Boreal Outrider more, because I think if he's offering that trade, that he's not going to cast 2 spells anytime soon. And again, we're the aggressive deck, so we're looking to smash him in the face here. I wish this was a land. Land is my most played, but I wouldn't say it's your favorite. It's fair. It's fair. What's your favorite then? So I could give this guy. He would get a +1/+1 counter, and I could give him haste. Update is available. No, we're not going to update right this second. Calm down, thing. Is that better than threatening a combat trick? I think it is, in fact. I think it is, because this develops my board better. Oh, it wasn't in his color. I just messed up. That's fine. Totally forgot that it needs to be in his spell's colors. Perfect call. It depends, I guess, on if I'm in a listening or a sing-along mood. Okay. What's the answer for each of those? What's for listening and what's for sing-along? I think I take this. he's swinging, and that means he thinks he either wants the land really badly or he thinks he's the aggressive deck. Either way, I'm okay with this 3 life because I'm just trying to get him low enough where my Run Amok and Snakeskin Veil can turn the tide. Frostbite, that's a good card. The real question is, do I do it pre-combat? I could do that and either foretell that or lay this. Oh, I definitely lay this. So let's... No, because if he blocks anything, I'm very happy to Snakeskin Veil to trade. So let's do this. Running down to Cuba is a good sing-along. Trooper and the Maid is the one that pumps it up a little and sits near the top of the playlist. That's fair. That's fair. I will have to check out both of those. He's got 1 mana open. Oh, he's gonna Snakeskin Veil his guy? Well, in that case, we have a couple choices here. So we've both spent a Snakeskin Veil. I could Run Amok to trample over him, or I could Frostbite him. I think I Run Amok to trample over him because it's more mana efficient. Okay, good. There's an argument for holding that back because it's surprise damage, but yeah, the whole sea shanty thing is a kind of funny, a weird side effect of things. It is interesting what's gaining popularity and why. I wonder if there's going to be a band that's going to take advantage of that here shortly. Burger Strider in battles, tap target artifact or creature an opponent controls. If white snow is spent to cast it, permanent doesn't tap, so it locks down my Boreal Outrider because snow was spent. That is okay though. All right, so I have some odd options here. I could Frostbite his guy and Sculptor of Winter and give the Sculptor haste and send, and that's not super hot. That's like 2 damage. I think we are sculpting and then foretelling this. And saying go. I don't have the 2 snow for the Eyeside Troll yet because I didn't get this guy out sooner. And we're going to be worried here. He has 3 colors at least. Blue, white, green. And his thing costs 5, effectively 6 to do. So he could tap out and do that right now. That'd be his whole turn. That'd be in my favor if he does that. He gains 2 life, but my swing is very scary. Sure. 3 or more snow permanents. I'd have 1, 2, 3, 4, which is good. Toski. Ooh. That is very, very interesting. Let's, because I can Toski and tap the Sculptor to let me Frostbite something, and then I swing. Is that worthwhile? I wish that was on color because you can't, but it's fine, whatever. I'm pretty sure I want to get this Toski down. Because I don't think my swing is lethal, even removing one of his guys. So, and I can still Frostbite if I need to. Do you have a Disdainful Stroke or something? Another top notch one is William Taylor. Okay. I will check them all out. That is not a card you should be playing, I don't think. but it's good that he got it out of his hand. So he's effectively up to 13 life. I'm glad I didn't like try and swing around. I'll try and gain some incremental advantage off this Toski. And we'll go from there. Because this Dwarven reinforcements, sure. Will let me give me some extra creatures to sneak around. This Icehide Troll actually will get a sure. Will let me swing very safely into his guys. Okay, so we're gonna remove something. The real question is, what are we removing? Probably the 3/2 flyer. Maybe the Frostpeak Yeti. Maybe the Frostpeak Yeti, actually, because that leaves him 2 toughness guys, and that's more what we want. So +1/+1 counters on guys is pretty good too. Probably on the Toski. Yeah. So that guy gets bigger, and then we can swing safely with the Icehide Troll and Toski. One of them will get through, or I will get a card off of one of them, and that's what matters. Good. So we got the card that we needed. Like, we didn't get through, but we got the card by removing his board, which is honestly just as good or better. Like reducing his board is better than a blind draw off the top most of the time. We're still worried about just like some giant mythic or something. That is fine. Okay. Do we do the same thing, or do we swing out? I'm very tempted to swing out here. He's got 4 blockers. That gets through with 2 of them. I lose 1 creature. I lose 2 creatures. So no. Oh, another turn of Icehide Troll, I think, is the plan. There's definitely an argument for swinging out, though. Like you're pretty sure you're getting 2 cards out of that. Okay. Yep. So we get the damage and a card. Yeah, I'm glad I made that choice. I'm pretty happy with this arrangement here. There's an argument for doing the Dwarven reinforcements instead, and there's a disdainful stroke that I was expecting like the whole time. That's fine. I got that card for free for doing the. Going to dip out for now. Thanks for entertainment. Thanks, Optimus. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Thanks for hanging out. I'll talk to you next time. I'm glad that some people enjoy it. It's funny. Like I think I'm better. Ooh, that's interesting. I am better at Magic than I am at Mario Maker, but more people watch me play Mario Maker, so you know, whatever works. Let's do that. Are we actually like swinging out now? He's got 3 blockers. He blocks the 2 biggest things and something else, and then takes 5. And I draw 3 cards, and the blocks are not favorable. More viewer interactivity. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. And I still have ground blockers if I do this swing out plan. I actually think I swing out here. Good luck. Thanks. I mean, it's this particular draft is already profitable, so I think we're in a good position here. We're just trying to improve it. Okay. I'm actually really okay with that particular block because I don't want to spend the mana to pump the Icehide Troll. and because I want to be able to cast this Dwarven Reinforcements, and maybe whatever else I draw. Okay, that looks about right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He'll be at 2. And I just need to not die. Okay, good. Oh, I messed that up. Oh, no, I didn't, because I don't have green to cast him with, but that's fine. Technically, he's presenting lethal, but he has to get rid of like all of my blockers in order for it to work. And then he also needs to get rid of all of my attackers on the backswing if he doesn't handle this. So I thought this deck looked very medium, but apparently 2 run amucks goes a really long way. Like seriously, just like some random 2-drop creatures and a couple of run amucks is this deck. Okay, these guys don't trample. I don't know how he could get past this. We'll do it that way. Because I don't think the green pumps give trample. The instant stuff, at least, like the enchantment does. I don't think he can instant out that enchantment. Doesn't matter. He got the win. He did not have any of the things that I didn't think he could have. So that is max wins. So we pick up our stuff, and we will draft again.